year and a half in, he decided to jump ship or jump ship to his own yacht, really, to say it like that. Because as a person that did it and that's doing it now, it took me 3 years to jump ship. So the experiences and everything that you went through for you to make that decision, I want to know, like, okay, you were there. What was going through your head for you to say, this is it, or it's me, or it's that, or it's this, instead of you joining that 92% of people that quit? I want to know that, because it's very important, guys, because I wanted to quit too at the beginning, become part of the 92%.
Every day.
But I want you guys to hear from him, because I've been doing this industry for 5 years, or I guess it's been doing me.
Depend on the day, right?
It depends on the day. Today, Monday, it's hurting me right now. But like, you did that. I did this in 5 years. And I've told you this before privately, that you have some balls, and I'm literally like shocked to the bone that you're doing this a year and a half in. Like, how?
I appreciate that, first of all. Coming from you, that means a lot. There was a trend. There's a lot of people that want to do the bare minimum at things that they do in life. And then there's a lot of people that want to do the maximum. There's not a whole lot of people in between. You either are or you're not, right? Like you say, whatever you say, you're right. And I went through a lot of adversity. I didn't make any money in this business for three weeks, calling every day. And then I was like, man, this sucks. And I'm at the office at 7 and I'm leaving at 11 and I'm locking up and it's just not working. And I realized that that's where I want to be. It's no different than myself.
That's
While
powerful.
The sales meetings would go on every Friday, they would post everybody's paycheck. But they would never share the paychecks of the people who were agency owners. They would only share the agents' paychecks. So it would be top 10 paychecks for all agents. And it would be $5,000 a week, $8,000 a week, $10,000 a week. And I'm like, holy shit, these are the agents? What are the agency owners getting on overrides? And so I went behind my upline's back and I went and called the top agency owners for that company in the country. And I spent days calling all of them, getting on their calendars, finding out these people drive Ferraris and Lambos and had all the things I wanted. And I was like, I got to talk to them before I quit. And I really heard their perspective. And yeah.
What did you say that? What did you say?
What?
I had to talk to them before what?
Before I quit.
Because you knew that you were going to quit.
Well, it was always an option.
Okay.
And when I started, right? Because it wasn't obtainable to me. It wasn't attainable to make what these people are making, to have a Lambo and a Ferrari. But how do I know that until I talk to people that do?
Yeah.
And so I got in the ear of everybody that I admired, and I realized they were no different than I was. They wanted everything. And one thing I learned in this world is I always wanted my name on the front of the check and not the back. I was tired of endorsing checks for small amounts of money, putting my life on the line for various companies, right? And I wanted to be the motherfucker that's writing the check. And I realized that getting in all these conversations, I talked to people who own $300 million agencies. I talked to people who are making $6 million a year selling insurance, been in the business 2 years. I talked to ladies that were country girls and were making $40,000 a month selling insurance to ranchers. Like, I talked to everybody, and I realized they were no different than me, except for one thing. I treated my day-to-day as I'm going to do what I want to do in hopes that what I want works. They treated their day-to-day like they were professionals. And in anything you do in life, whether it's being a father, whether it's being a husband, whether it's being a business owner, an entrepreneur, whatever it is, those that win at the highest level are always professionals. And being a pro in life means you don't listen to your feelings. I've always been the type of person that let my thoughts and my emotions dictate my actions for the whole week, whole year, whole month. And everybody that I met and aspired to be like had non-negotiables. The non-negotiables for them were I get up at this time, I execute at this level, no matter how I'm feeling sick or fucking everything but dead, I do this.
Mm-hmm.
And in our business, you don't win every day. You might lose for 6 months and hit the biggest deal of your life. We had a guy quit 6 months in, and the week after he quit, took a call at the job back at the factory he was working at, sold a policy, made $6,000 on the policy he wrote after he quit. Still, keep in mind, this is how crazy people's mind works. He still was like, I'll take the money, but I'm not coming back. So that was just like, that was the craziest shit. But really,
Sir, that's very much legal.
yeah, no, like he was like, no, I'm still done, but like, cool, that's it.
Hey, at least he won big six.
No, 100%, bro. And I was like, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put the chips on me. And so I started to dive into the agency owners. I started to dive into people who operated like yourself, like your mother, like your father, right? That are just professionals in the business and life. And I became that. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I wrote down, I went to my mentor and I said, what's the secret sauce? He said, you want the secret sauce? I thought he was going to give me a sales strategy or like some email template to shoot out. He wrote down his schedule. It was up at 4:30 a.m. at the gym at 5, reading 10 pages of a book before he started his job, making 400, 500 calls before noon, calling other business owners, making referral partners. And that was like by 3 o'clock. And then back on the phone from 4 to 7 p.m. And he's like, you want the life that I have? This is what it costs. Back to what we were talking about. And I decided to pay the fucking price. And that was the biggest thing that changed in my life. And I decided to make everything I did correlate with what my goals were, and they were non-negotiables. And so I live my life that way now. And I struggle. I mess up. I never skip. So what I do is I have a bottom line and a top line. People think to be successful, you have to be perfect every day. And that's not the case. So I have an idea of what my workouts look like in the morning. My best workout on the best day is going to be 2.5 hours long. I'm going to run 5 miles on the treadmill. I'm going to sit in the sauna for 30 minutes. I'm going to hit upper body, every single muscle I can. But there's days where I just don't feel like it. And so I hit my lower bottom. It's not doing it. But the bottom line is I just go do a mile on the treadmill. I just go lift a little bit. I go sit in the sauna for a couple minutes and I go home. But I did it. Because that alone, that switch that you have in your head is what creates the professional that you're supposed to be. So to answer your question, man, I had to become a pro. And that gave me the confidence to go start my own business. Because now I'm living like the people that I want to be like. And nobody can tell me that this isn't going to work because nobody's doing the shit that I'm doing every day. Only the winners. And when you do what the winners do, you fucking win.